Previously on Steve Saga Origins. I've been walking forever, and I still can't find Hypno Steve. Hypno Steve, have you been following me so you can see if I can find Dark Steve so you can destroy him? Hypno Steve. Oh.
Rainbow Steve! It seems as though you figured out what I was up to. This'll be fun. Rainbow Steve! Well, I made up my decision. And I'll help you. I'll help you defeat Nightmare Steve and Dark Steve. I'll help you get rid of them once and for all.
What? You'll help me? Really?
Yes, I will.
That's awesome. Thank you so much. Okay, so wait.
But I will warn you, Rainbow Steve. You're going to hate this.
Well, whatever it takes. Whatever it takes to defeat Dark Steve and Nightmare Steve. What?
Whatever it takes. Oh, I love the sound of that. Desperation will make people do crazy things.
Okay, well...
But will you actually do whatever it takes, Rainbow Steve?
Within reason. Within reason, Hypno Steve. Within reason.
You'll lose everything to win this battle.
If I lose everything, then what's the point of winning?
I don't know. What is the point in winning?
Well...
What lie will you tell yourself to convince you that it's all for the good of the future of Steve?
Well, it is. It's for the realm, for it to be safe, and for peace and prosperity and everything to be okay.
You'll lose everything, Rainbow Steve. You'll lose it all. It'll be over if you work with me. Fair warning.
I understand. I do. I completely understand.
Very interesting. It seems as though you truly have lost everything you care about. So weird. Seeing you broken, down to your last little bit of hope. About to give up. Good thing that Green Steve came by a random coincidence.
What? What do you mean random coincidence?
You think a Green Steve would happen to find you in the middle of nowhere? I told him where you were.
You told Green Steve where I was?
Gave you hope, didn't it?
Wait, so you do want to help me?
I want to see how all of this pans out. Whether or not you defeat Nightmare Steve and Dark Steve is not even of my concern at this point. I want to know how all of this pans out. I want to sit back and watch how the Steves tear each other down. If it's not fast enough, maybe eventually I'll intervene. That's how little I believe in the Steves. I want to see them just tear each other down.
You don't know that. I mean, we're only trying to destroy the bad Steves. The only bad ones of the bunch, okay? They've been causing enough havoc in this realm, and that's what I was created for. I need to stop them, and I need your help.
And you'll lose so many people on the way. Maybe yourself as well.
No, we won't lose anyone else. You hear me? We won't lose anyone else. Alright, if I have to sacrifice myself, I will. But there will be no more destruction amongst the other Steves. You got that?
Do you truly believe that if you sacrifice yourself, others will go untouched?
Yeah.
You're not the one and only savior, Rainbow Steve. You already know you can't do things alone. That's why you came to me for help.
It's true.
Now get that out of your mind. If you want to work with me, you need to look at this logically. Seriously. Not full of blind enthusiasm that'll get other people hurt.
I understand.
This is quite the situation you put yourself in. And it's going to be quite the situation you're going to have to create to get yourself out of. Rainbow Steve, if you want to know the power that I can help you get, the untapped power that I can help you get, then know this. It will be a horrible time for you. You'll lose many. You might even lose yourself. All I know is that this untapped power will create a brand new hero named Rainbow Steve. And he might even destroy Nightmare Steve and Dark Steve. But it won't be so easy. Now just keep remembering that so I don't have to keep repeating myself.
I'll remember it. It's not gonna be easy. And I assume so.
Now I've thought about this. Like I said earlier, I've thought about how Steve's powers work. how they flow throughout each other. Blue Steves have their own energy compared to red Steves. I've found mine. I've found the core energy throughout all the Steves. I don't know how to control it perfectly, but I do know this. Your power is so untapped, so locked down within yourself, that at this time, it'll take you ages to unlock it. It'll be too late.
Then can't we just speed up the process or something?
No. There's no way to speed up the process of a Steve's powers. They become more powerful as they age. That's how the elders work.
What? We don't have that much time. We need to figure this out now. Hypno Steve, we don't have time. You have to get that. We have to get stronger now.
Something I've learned is that Steves find a way to survive. To me, it's agitating. But to you, it's hope. That just tells me one thing. You just need to learn something that'll give you these powers. You need to learn the one thing you're missing, Rainbow Steve.
I'll learn it. I'll learn it now if I have to.
And that's where you're already losing touch with what you need to do. You need to learn patience.
But we don't have enough time, Hypno Steve. If we just wait, then Nightmare Steve will destroy the whole realm.
Maybe. Maybe not.
We have to do something.
Nightmare Steve! Well, he's quite the character. I've looked into who he is, and I felt his energy. It's conflicting. Not wholly evil. He won't completely eradicate all the Steves. He doesn't have it in him. Oh, what a weakling.
Wait, what? What do you mean he doesn't have it in him?
When I said that, I mean it literally. He doesn't have it in him. That's all you need to know. Dark Steve is listening to Nightmare Steve. From what it seems, he was turned into a fake Elder Blue to lure in other Steves so that he can destroy them. But that's a long and tedious task. By my calculations, he won't even accomplish anything with that task anyways. Nightmare Steve sent him on a fool's errand. He just doesn't want Dark Steve around anymore. My estimate would be that Dark Steve was starting to become too smart for his own good. Dark Steve was going to eventually learn that he could get power for himself and overthrow Nightmare Steve. Though Nightmare Steve gave him this fake task to just buy time, knowing that if he were to try and destroy Dark Steve himself, he might become a fool himself and, well, his own creation will destroy him.
Okay, then we can come up with a plan, right? Try to...
Oh, I have a plan. But like I said, you're not gonna like it. This is your last chance to back out. Once I explain what's gonna happen here, you have to double down. If you decide to back out now, Rainbow Steve, I will destroy you here on the spot. Because I will never let the knowledge of what I tell you escape.
Alright, Hypno Steve. I'll do it. Whatever to save the realm, I'll do it.
You'll regret that. Sure is a nice day out, huh?
Yeah, sure.
As we've been speaking, I've been unleashing a little bit of my energy. Bits at a time.
What? Why?
Because I've sensed your energy also leaking from you. You and I sure are a lot more similar than you think. But that also means that you're unstable. I've been releasing my energy trying to match yours to keep you from, well, exploding.
Exploding?
You weren't meant to absorb another Steve. You were perfectly balanced. With your imbalance, the only way to fully, well, capture all that energy is for you to learn your patience. Once you have a better hold on your own energy, you'll be able to control Blue Steves as well. Keep in mind, though, you've now absorbed a Blue Steve. You ever think about how when you're near lava, you feel weaker?
Yeah, all the time.
Well, it's gonna be a lot worse now. You're gonna be matching how a Blue Steve reacts to things like that. So keep that in mind. Well, I don't think you'll be able to keep much in mind, actually.
Yeah, I get it. I understand.
No, you don't. Rainbow Steve, There's only one way for you to get powerful enough. You need to wait. Not a day, not 2 days. You need to wait for this entire generation of Steves to pass.
What? An entire generation? I can't just do that. There'll be a danger.
You're made up of multiple Elder Blues. An Elder Blue reaches their peak power at the end of their lifespan. They're only an Elder Blue for so long. You're made up of multiple Elder Blues. Technically, you'll have to wait near 7 generations to get the power that they can unlock for you.
7 generations?
7 generations of the Steves will pass. You'll have to go into a hibernation. I've unlocked the power of hibernation to increase your power, but I will refuse to use it myself. I'm not really one to sleep on the job.
Wait, hold on. I have to go to sleep for 7 generations? But what about Nightmare Steve and Dark Steve? They'll take over the realm and everything. You want me to just stand by and sleep through all of it?
Yes.
I got no choice, do I?
You've got no choice, Rainbow Steve.
So
Very rarely will I get serious, but I'll be serious for this one moment, and hold back every laugh I have for you to truly understand this situation. 7 generations will pass. Many will fall. Battles will be lost. Nightmare Steve and Dark Steve will prevail. It will be their land when you awake. It'll be up to you to fix it.
But by then I'll have enough power to defeat them?
You will! You'll have plenty of power. So much power that it'll feel natural to you, even if you don't know how to use it. Which brings me to my next point. Rainbow Steve, you will forget who you are.
What? I'll forget who I am? What? But then how will I know the initial plan from the first place? How will I know that I need to, defeat Dark Steve and Nightmare Steve? How will I know that I actually have all this power?
Well, that'll be up to you to figure out. There's one drawback to the power that I'm going to unleash on you. When you're put into a hibernation, your power will multiply. You'll become amazingly powerful. But that hibernation, it'll remove your memories. The longer you're in hibernation, the longer your memories will disappear. Well, if you're in hibernation for about 1 generation, you'll forget kind of what's happened in your life. But 7 generations will completely erase your memory.
So I won't remember all the Steves and Blue Steve?
You'll forget everyone. Everyone you care about. Everyone you love. Everyone you want to keep safe, you'll have to leave behind.
But I don't want to forget them. I want to remember them. I want to remember Blue Steve and Green Steve and Professor Red and all of the other Steves that have helped me. I want to remember that.
Well, you're making me feel a little sentimental, Rainbow Steve. I'll do you a favor. I refuse to go into hibernation. The prophecy you found. Remember when I said I could rewrite it?
Yeah?
I will rewrite it. I'll have 7 generations to spread a new prophecy. I'll have 7 generations to spread the word of what happened. The old story.
The old story? What are you gonna change it to?
I won't change it to anything. I'll tell the truth this time. A prophecy once written in blind hope will be changed to something written with a dark truth. You will become a legend. You will become a myth. For 7 generations, Steves will look at you as something simply known as a story. Steves will grow up thinking of you as someone who put up a fight. You lost, trying to the very end.
But that won't be true. It'll be a lie.
Oh, really? What would be a lie about that? When have you stopped fighting, Rainbow Steve?
They're just gonna think that I ran away and deserted them for 7 generations.
You're right. There's no going around the fact that the Steves will look at you as someone who betrayed them. But you know what's truly happened. You know what you have to do.
Yeah. I know what I have to do. So, how do we do it?
You need to give me the artifacts first.
What?
The artifact's energy has become more unstable as you hold on to them. Since your energy is leaking, so has theirs. If I put you into a hibernation now with the artifacts, you will cease to exist. You'll be destroyed somewhere within the 3rd and 4th generation.
Wait, what about the other artifacts? I haven't found them yet.
You're right. Seems as though they've been lost forever. I've tried finding the rest of them. They're locked onto the same energy as the energy you have, well, from the artifacts you hold. But I can't seem to find them.
Wait.
I'll hide these artifacts for you, Rainbow Steve. I have no use for them. I want to see how all this pans out. I'll happily wait 7 generations for you to come back.
Alright, so you couldn't find the other artifacts, but so that means these are the only artifacts in the realm?
From what I know, yes. The other artifacts could have been destroyed. They also could have been turned into something else. If a strong enough Steve had wandered by them, could have absorbed the energy. Remember, Rainbow Steve, anyone can hold those artifacts if they're strong enough. What you've been told has been a lie.
Well, I understand that now. But hopefully when I come back, I can find the rest of the artifacts and, maybe learn the harness power again and become even stronger.
Maybe. Just remember, I've told you all of this because I know that you'll forget it by the time you wake up. You'll forget everything. Are you totally sure you're going to be able to do this?
I know it's not going to be easy. And I know that seas are going to have a really hard time the next 7 generations, but as long as they have hope, as long as they cling to that hope, I'll be there. And I'll save them.
Oh, Rainbow Steve! There's that shining, bright light of hope. I love it. I'll be sure to whisper in the ears of all the Steves throughout these lands and spread the word of a Steve. Finding of all the Steves, banded together to try and defeat evil. I'll make you a legend. I'll make you something that Steves look up to. Only for them to find out generations later that you've disappeared. It's a win-win for both of us.
What, that they're giving up on me? But
I'll give them hope. But
please, I know you have the powers to, make illusions and whatnot, but can you at least do me this one favor?
A favor?
I know.
Rainbow Steve.
I know.
Fine.
Okay,
Ask.
I know. Okay, I know that you're already doing me this favor, but just one thing. Since you have these illusion powers, can you tell everyone that I'll be coming soon?
Rainbow Steve, you're asking me to deceive the public. All of the Steves, to make it as though you're telling them you'll return?
Well, it'll be true, yes, but they just won't know when. And I don't want them to know when, because...
No need to convince me any further, Rainbow Steve. I'll happily lie to their faces.
I just want them to have hope.
I'll
That's
give
all.
them hope. I want you to know that I'm giving them hope. But because I don't truly believe that you'll come back out of all of this. I know that there's a way. But when you wake up, will you truly fulfill this prophecy that I'll create?
Even if I do lose all my memories, I'll somehow, some way, I'll remember my true destiny.
Giving up so much is really hard. If only I had anything to give up. I'd love to have that experience. You're gonna give up all of the Steves that looked at you. The Elder Blues who risked their lives. You're gonna let 7 generations suffer to hopefully put an end in the 8th generation.
Well, you're wrong. Listen. I know they'll do it. I know they'll persevere. Because you know why? Because Steves are strong. Alright? I'm not the only strong one around here, Hypno Steve. Other Steves are strong. Especially Green Steve. He got affected by Dark Steve and he came back cured. He was able to do that on his own, without my help. And that just proves that Steves don't really need me at the end of the day. They'll do it. They'll survive. Because
There
that's what
could
Steves
be
do.
One possible side effect of all of this, by the way. While in hibernation, since you're not technically one complete Steve, you might slowly, degrade into the 3 main colors.
Degrade?
Yeah. You might split up into 3 different people.
What?
Well,
Wait,
or more people. I'm not too sure. This has never happened.
I'm gonna split up into how many?
Well, it all depends how much you degrade.
But then, how do I put myself back together?
Oh, you won't be able to. Someone else might be able to. But that's just in the off chances that someone will try and bring you all back together.
So, there'll be different versions of me and someone has to put me back together? That seems too difficult!
There are many different possibilities in you going to a hibernation. A lot of things could go wrong. In 7 generations, you could emerge completely powerful, and for all I know, you could have your memories. But you could also lose your powers. You could also lose your voice. You could lose your memories, like I said. That one's nearly a guarantee.
I understand, but it's for the future of the Steve realm. I'll do it. Tell me what I need to do, and I'll be ready.
First, you've got to hand me the artifacts.
Alright. Here you go. Yellow artifact. The red artifact. The blue artifact.
Like a fresh breath of air. This energy is absolutely amazing!
Yeah, don't rub it in.
I'll go ahead and make sure no one can find these artifacts. At least until you return. But I won't let these artifacts be found until you get your memories back. Should you never get your memories again, the artifacts will be lost in time.
Well, I guess it's better than anyone else using them.
If you don't remember the artifacts, no one will. I will no longer further spread the information of the artifacts, Rainbow Steve.
Alright, I appreciate that.
It's not for you. No other Steve will be able to use their power to defend themselves with it. Whether it's an evil Steve or a good Steve, no Steve deserves to hold on to these artifacts. Until you return.
Thank you for doing this, even though that you're kind of... yeah.
I know what you mean. I'm not too stable. That's what you wanted to go for, right?
Yeah, I mean... Sure, fine.
I'm amazed that you want to trust me anyways, but since you're choosing to trust me, I won't let you down for these next few generations. I'll hold my word, and only my word. Anything else that goes outside of this promise will be nothing for you. I will still put my hand in this game of Steve's, and I will still try and persuade them to follow my path.
Alright, just do it, Hypno Steve.
You know this is the end.
Or like the end at the beginning, Hypno Steve.
The end of the beginning! I sure do like that. Maybe we are friends, Rainbow Steve. Maybe we are friends. Once I put you in this hibernation, everything will go blank. It'll seem as though it's a quick flash for you. But 7 generations surely will have passed. You won't be stuck in this position. I'll hide you. I'll put you in a place where no one can find you. Don't worry about that. And stop thanking me. You're making me think like we are friends. I have my own motives, Rainbow Steve. Maybe we'll see each other again.
Maybe.
Well, like you said, this sure seems like the end of the beginning. Hopefully when you wake up, you'll be able to fight before the beginning of the end. Goodbye, Rainbow Steve. Goodbye. Goodbye! I banish you to the 8th generation of the Steves! I'll see you there! And when you awake, all your memories will be gone! But you'll be as powerful as ever! Goodbye!
Huh? What is this place? Am I inside my mind? The sun is setting, and I want to keep going, but I can't move at all. I guess I should just relax and enjoy this view. For 7 generations. That sure is a long time to pass. Although I guess for me it'll appear as if it all happened in a split second. I sure wish I can keep my memories of this life. The green Steve that took me into his home. Professor Red asking me in blue Steve for mushrooms. You know, looking back at it all, I really didn't appreciate those times enough. Especially now that it's all over. Trusting an unlikely ally like Hypno Steve is probably a long shot, but if I do truly want to defeat the people who want to take over this world, I need to become stronger. But I'm scared. I'll be all alone.
You're never alone.
Blue Steve? Is that you?
You'll never be alone, Rainbow Steve. Never.
Here's to the next adventure. The start of something new.